6:15 right now. Well, each morning we show you the low country pollen count, and several days last week it hit 12, the highest measurement.
Only because there's no 13 on there did we not go to 13. Those measurements are taken locally by Charleston Allergy and Asthma. So News 2's Colby Thielen spoke with an allergist there to find out why this season's been so rough. And he joins us now live in studio. Colby.
Hey, good morning. You know, living in the low country, you may be used to seeing the pollen count hit 11 and 12 every spring, and you may not be used to seeing it happen so soon. But with those with allergies will tell you spring pollen season is here. It's not going anywhere.
Pollination here is much earlier. It is more intense, and the pollen seasons are definitely longer here.
Yeah, not great news for allergy sufferers. But Dr. Meredith Moore at Charleston Allergy and Asthma says it's not uncommon here in the South.
Warm weather signals to the trees that it's time to start blooming and spring is here.
But spring sprung a little early this year, with several warm days in February pushing that pollen count to the top of the spectrum.
You have trees that are going to pollinate earlier in the season, and so that's what we're seeing now. And as the weeks progress into March, we're going to see a shift into trees that pollinate later, but there's still going to be lots and lots of tree pollen out.
There's also grass pollen, which will last until late summer, just in time for weeds.
So we're going to roll through the weed pollination season with another big peak in the fall before things start to quiet down in time for the holidays.
Different immune systems also mean different triggers. They're inherited genetically and brought out with exposure. But some rain will help, right?
Rain does help get the pollen that's already been released and dispersed into the air down onto the ground, so it can provide a short term of relief. But the moisture will help more pollen release come, and so, for long term, it doesn't fix the problem.
Now, if you're new to the area, you may experience allergies you didn't know you had because you're being exposed to pollen that you weren't around before. Dr. Moore says that it may even be the second or third exposure before your immune system builds a response. So tomorrow, we're going to show you ways to treat those symptoms both short and long term. In studio, Colby Thielen, Count on 2.